So if somebody's watching now and they're saying, oh, you know what? That really resonates with me. I feel that I'm in an environment where I hired people who are very empathetic, very caring, but I feel that I've put them in a situation where that's been crushed. How do people reverse that process?
Yeah, so it's interesting. I don't think you can reverse the process because we talk about is the inhibitors inside of organizations are natural inhibitors. So as opposed to thinking we can reverse them like this, boom, it's all better. What we recommend is looking for the inhibitors and recognizing them and trying to overcome them as you see them, right? It's sort of like this never-ending battle because organizations are structured away. So the one inhibitor I think you referred to, we have a bunch of them. One inhibitor is the notion of organizational silos, right? And that is, the great example of that is we're doing a product launch. Our company's doing a product launch. Marketing does a great has this sort of marketing plan, and they go into market and there's huge uptick, right? They get 10 times the responses that they were planning for. And those responses lead to 10 times the calls in the contact center based on them. And the contact center is unable to answer any of the questions that come with the calls from that new product launch, right? So you have a marketing department that says, woo, great launch. And you have a support organization that goes, that was a disaster, right? Yeah. So one of we actually create an environment where we don't think of customers as much as we think about our own individual metrics. So that's one to look at. A few others to look at that you can overcome are what we call emotional illiteracy. Customers look at their experiences through the lens of three things: success, effort, and emotion. Turns out that emotion has by far the largest impact on their perception and their long-term loyalty. Yet when we're in organizations, we never even talk about emotion. Now, we don't even talk about emotion when we're at home often. We'll leave that aside. We're not going to focus on that now. But in organizations, we need to actually talk about emotion. How did our customers feel? Let's put words to them. And so we've created a bunch of language that people can use because we think it's important that they start talking about emotion. So those are two of the inhibitors. And I think the trick is if you can recognize what are the things happening in your organization that will continue to inhibit customer empathy, then look for them and explicitly try and overcome them. But like I said, they don't go away. They're always there. So you have to be aware and alert all the time.
Yeah, it's a difficult one when it comes to the metrics because I'm a firm believer that you'll never consistently deliver customer success until you consistently measure the things that deliver it. And when you go into organizations, because I think a lot of them really are still operating with an industrial age mindset, a lot of the metrics are all based around tasks and activities and the completion of tasks and activities as if they're on a production line still. Whereas I believe there needs to be this big shift where pretty much every metric in the organization has some sort of line into customers and customer success.